For more than 4 millennia, the Great Pyramid of Giza has dominated the Egyptian desert, defying time, logic, and human imagination. A monument of stone, certainly, but also a monument of myths. It has long been portrayed as the product of suffering, slavery, and absolute power exercised without restraint. Yet behind these colossal blocks lies a very different reality, more subtle, more human, and infinitely more compelling. This documentary seeks to move beyond legend, to explore a historical truth grounded in archaeology, inscriptions, and the traces left behind by those who truly built this masterpiece. Who were these men? How did they live their daily lives? What motivated them to devote years of their existence to such a monumental undertaking? At the heart of this documentary stands the Great Pyramid of Giza, a structure that has long inspired both admiration and misconception. Built during Egypt's Old Kingdom, around 2600 BCE, the pyramid formed the apex of a vast royal complex on the Giza plateau. For centuries, popular imagination attributed its construction to enslaved populations, a narrative rooted more in later classical authors than in archaeological evidence. Modern research, however, paints a far more nuanced and human portrait. This first part establishes the historical framework of the reign of Khufu, under whose authority the pyramid was erected. Far from being a purely despotic endeavor, the project appears as a national enterprise combining religious devotion, political unity, and economic organization. By contextualizing the pyramid within Old Kingdom society, the documentary invites viewers to reconsider long-held assumptions and prepares them to encounter the real builders, not as anonymous masses, but as skilled individuals embedded in a complex civilization. Contrary to enduring myths, the men who built the Great Pyramid were not slaves in chains, but organized laborers drawn from across Egypt. Archaeological discoveries of workers' villages, cemeteries, and inscriptions reveal a workforce composed of farmers mobilized during the Nile's flood season, alongside permanent teams of skilled craftsmen. This system reflects a society capable of large-scale coordination without erasing individual dignity. Laborers were divided into crews and sub-crews, often bearing symbolic names that expressed loyalty to the king and pride in their work. Such naming practices suggest a strong collective identity and an early form of professional recognition. In my view, this challenges modern assumptions about ancient authoritarianism. The pyramid was not simply imposed, but socially integrated. Participation likely carried religious merit and social prestige. Life on the Giza plateau followed a demanding yet structured rhythm. Workers labored in rotating shifts, balancing intense physical effort with periods of rest and communal life. Excavations have uncovered bakeries, breweries, and kitchens capable of feeding thousands daily, indicating state-sponsored provisioning on an impressive scale. Bread, beer, onions, fish, and meat formed a calorie-rich diet designed to sustain heavy labor. Housing remains suggest modest but organized living quarters, with access to medical care for injuries such as fractures, many of which healed, proving long-term treatment. From a documentary perspective, these details are essential. They humanize the builders and counter simplistic narratives of suffering. I believe this aspect resonates strongly with modern audiences, as it reveals universal concerns: nutrition, health, teamwork, shared across millennia. Religion was the invisible engine driving the construction of the Great Pyramid. For the builders, their labor was inseparable from belief in the afterlife and the divine nature of kingship. Assisting in the pharaoh's eternal journey ensured cosmic balance, or ma'at, upon which all life depended. This spiritual framework transformed physical labor into sacred duty. In my assessment, this motivation is often underestimated in modern retellings. The builders were not merely working for the state. They were working within a worldview that gave their efforts transcendent meaning. Evidence of ritual practices, offerings, and respectful burials near the pyramid supports this interpretation. For a YouTube documentary highlighting this spiritual dimension deepens emotional engagement and avoids reducing history to economics alone. It allows viewers to understand why such monumental effort was willingly sustained over decades. The final part reflects on what the lives of the pyramid builders teach us today. Modern archaeology has decisively rewritten the narrative. The Great Pyramid was built by a motivated, organized, and cared-for workforce operating within a sophisticated state system. This realization does not diminish the monument's grandeur. It enhances it. The achievement becomes even more extraordinary when we recognize the human intelligence, cooperation, and resilience behind every stone. In my opinion, this revised understanding carries ethical significance. It challenges sensationalist myths and invites respect for ancient societies on their own terms. For contemporary audiences, especially on YouTube, this approach aligns with a growing demand for evidence-based yet emotionally compelling history. At the end of this journey into the heart of the Great Pyramid, one truth becomes clear. This monument is not only an architectural feat, but a profoundly human testimony. Far from the image of enslaved masses, the builders emerge as organized men, well-fed, cared for, and guided by a worldview in which their labor carried sacred meaning. Each stone laid embodied an act of faith, duty, and collective pride. Even today, it challenges us with a fundamental question. What might we be capable of achieving if our societies shared such cohesion and a unified vision? By restoring a human face to the builders, This documentary does not demystify the pyramid, it elevates it. The Great Pyramid endures as an eternal symbol of what humanity can accomplish when knowledge, belief, and will are united.